All right, welcome everyone. Resemblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for To Be Hero X, episode 15. Oh my
Spaceship.
God. Spaceship, aliens, and crazy lore reveals, and
Yep.
Caleb's in a blanket.
Right.
I am a bit under the weather, and I'm cold. I'm not sick. I'm kind of sick, but I can do this.
His trust value deviated a little bit. And
a little bit too much, too
his
quickly.
usual superpowers are not quite, what he's used to.
I do usually run hot, so this is weird. This is very strange. Maybe I'm an alien. But
Are you an alien?
But that being said, wink, I am very excited to see if we end up doing a Ghostblade arc. Maybe. They were very obviously being like, "Hey, I am so and so. I'm Ghostblade here. I'm a big deal."
Because what do you do to follow up after, the Illuminati group saying alien spaceship?
No, you just go further back.
Maybe
to the time of the crash. Or no.
That
was many years ago.
We already had one, aerial-borne vehicle crash.
That's true. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Ooh, fun power. The person who brings life is dying?
He could save others from death, but not himself.
Oh.
Whoa! Yep, Ghostblade, okay.
Okay. Pretty hardcore origin story.
Yeah. Whoa. Jeez.
Okay. There's always so much noise.
True. Large family. Noise is wow, that's such a...
Okay.
Wow. Damn. Wow. This is such a cool visual,
Okay.
Dang.
The coolest.
And then in that moment of silence, after they've been calmed. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, let's carve that meat.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah. Wait.
And he actually made it big on that.
He succeeded on that, yeah. Jeez. Sure.
Oh yeah, people taking pictures of him at
Affective
family
disorder.
gatherings.
Love it. Right, you had to focus, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fun. You're bringing Shand into this. Damn. He went straight from them to assassin.
Yeah.
Whoa, crap.
Just like that pig, because it was noisy.
God. Oh my gosh. All the eyes that he's closed forever.
And people believe in him, all right.
Ooh. All right.
Okay,
Whoa.
all right.
Zhanglan. It's a new target. Okay. So you've jumped ahead a few years. Oh.
その176日後
Whoa.
Oh, okay. I'm loving the visuals that they're doing for the fights.
Right.
Like he's not even present.
God.
She isn't even... Wait, what?
No. Yeah, she's completely oblivious. She's not afraid. Yeah.
Ah, quiet.
It's kind of depressing, honestly.
Yeah.
Just being that unfeeling.
その日俺は悟ったロマンチックな言葉よりも無言で心が通じ合ってこそ
Oh.
Cool.
Whoa. Suddenly going into a love story here is like amazing. What? She still has the phone out for the.
Do they just nod through their vows?
Oh. Oh.
Damn.
Okay. Wow.
Which is perfect for him, because, yeah, no noise.
Uh-huh.
貧血のようでした。食事には注意してください。それともう一つお知らせが。5階に
Oh no.
Whoa.
Babies make noise.
Well, well, well.
Huh.
How do you handle that?
自立してるのがクールだと思ってた。でも今はちゃんとした家庭が必要。信頼値は足かせになるけど。
But maybe he doesn't want to.
Yeah, she wants a family and he might want a divorce.
Yeah.
だからヒーローをやめて争いから
Oh, yeah. Especially
Go
if you're
into
just
the
going around
silence.
killing people.
いい年よ呼び寄せて
Oh. There's one fear.
一緒に暮らしたい。
See, this is the issue when you don't communicate.
God. Okay. Wow.
Just like that.
Wow.
It's so sad.
Yeah, this is depressing.
俺は確かに病気だ感情を表に出せないし何が感情なのかも判別できない
The lady just watching
Just
that.
like, what are you doing?
俺が豚をさばく
That is
Oh wait,
adorably
is this
funny.
gonna be Queen? And we have our stalker.
Yeah.
ベーグルロジ
Wow.
偶然だな
Yeah.
いない
Cool.
Fun. Wow.
Oh right, yeah, not Queen, this girl. Yeah.
The same kind of thing that happened with his
Yep.
wife too.
ノノに手を出すとはよほど死にたいらしい
Damn. Oh my god, yes, let's get all the animation
Yep.
with it too.
Fighting someone in bunny armor.
Yeah.
Hop, hop.
Oh, nice, and using the rocket boots to like regain footing.
That gives so
Shit.
much hilarious context to the fact that this is like some kid that's like, I want to be a hero.
誤解だったのかなら二人は何をしているその瞬間あの日チャンランが俺に言った言葉が
Wow.
ノノはもう大人よ。あなたのプレゼントは子供の頃に好きだったものだわ。どんなものが好みでどんな趣味があるか少しも
Yeah, crap.
それは持ち帰って
He doesn't even know how to feel about that. Yeah, and so then the bunny that he's been holding this whole time, he's like, oh, I guess.
Oh.
初めて喋りたい衝動に駆られた
Oh.
けど無理だった。俺の口は信頼値によって
Shit.
Fuck!
自分の娘を理解するために綿密な計画を立てる必要が。
Oh my god.
Start writing letters.
Yeah, we're gonna Violet Evergarden this.
Well, okay, that's one way to do it.
Or you can be even more of a stalker.
It's so sad that this is the way that he can feel like he's getting close to her.
Uh-huh.
娘がよく買うアイスを食べてみた。娘が好きな歌手の歌を聴き、
Oh.
友達と行った映画も見てみた。
Oh.
子供の一生を形成するのは両親ではなく、大切な友達だ。
Yeah.
It's that case for both of them.
Right.
あの子と一緒にいるようになり、すべてが変わった。
Yeah, they wrote the thing on the windows. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. God,
So that's
the
why
lack of
Ghostblade
music, yeah.
wasn't answering his phone.
Yeah. Yep.
But he can't speak.
Nope.
Should have sent a letter.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's busy.
Yeah. And it was always usually so simple because Ghostblade wouldn't even say anything.
Right, he would just do what you ordered him to do.
Yeah. Was it literally that call?
Oh. He's like, yep, I'm there.
I like how this is giving us new context.
Yeah, the Flashpoint kind of
Uh-huh.
alternate perspective side of things, yeah. Yep. Did she like get a little bit of a vibe?
Maybe.
Like the hair is similar. Oh my god. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Ah!
連合会から許可を得た。
Oh.
すぐに宇宙船のある遺跡へと向かう。
よかったな。
Ghostblade will accompany you.
同行するのは昨夜
Cool.
の集
Oh, so Ghostblade, yeah.
知っているものだけ。
それでは危険だ。だったら私が。
それがいい。君は口も固めて
Yeah.
一緒に来てくれたら我々も
Oh.
Cool.
ああ、そうだな。
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's trying to manipulate things. Oh,
Interesting.
cool. What an episode.
That's fun.
That's so fun. Oh my
Okay.
god.
That was
what a
that was
crazy,
a fantastic episode.
cool, ambitious, artistic episode.
I love the commitment to what it's about of like, hey, you're just getting Ghostblade perspective.
Yep.
There's nothing
Yep.
else. We're not muddying it with like, hey, there's all this world stuff happening.
Nope.
Nah, like, you know that that's happening, but we also covered that kind of in the previous, like, you know, the whole thing with Lolly and stuff. So, no,
Right.
you don't need to worry about that. And fully become immersed in this man's world that is
Yeah.
so limited and so small and so sad.
Yeah.
And he does not believe that he can do anything about it.
Right. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of the point of like a lot of this world's conflicts. A lot of these characters feel trapped within the system that has
Yeah.
been created around them.
The
And
heroes
so this,
need a hero.
yeah. So who's looking out for this one? Who watches the Watchmen? And while he is also a,
Oh, yeah.
you know, someone who's killed so many people.
Yep.
The idea that we can still empathize with this man who is overstimulated by a lot of noise, but he has a very childhood kind of ostracizing trauma of sorts because of that. Like people probably alienated and isolated him
Oh, sure.
because of his inability to kind of get with the flow of everything.
Right.
So he loses himself effectively in the butchering, which then just sets up really naturally the,
Social media,
I mean,
all that stuff. Have you seen how...
well, no, the idea of just killing.
Oh, yes, that
Like,
too.
like the
Yeah.
idea of like, well, when you butcher an animal, You very calmly execute it.
Right.
You basically give it the kindness that it deserves and that it's a life,
Right.
and then you
take it.
take it.
Yeah.
And there's no
Right.
There's no morality other than just the fact that you're taking a life.
Right.
And if you go from there to then people, but you're doing things because you're a good hero.
It's they're just like the pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Like, and I love the detail that like the calming of the pig was not even for the sake of calming the pig.
Right.
Just to make it shut up.
Well, right. So it wouldn't like squeal when it died or something.
Right.
Like
Well,
that.
well, and because it was squealing because it was all tied up and scared and everything, right?
Right.
And so it's the no, shush, please.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
I love that we don't even see him kill the pig. We just know what happened, right?
Yeah. The idea
great.
that his particular ailment in this regard also comes in such a way that it debilitates his ability to speak. I think that that's a really fun thing to add on to this, because I feel like there's a lot of fiction where characters are quiet, particularly because of the personality lending towards them not engaging much in this.
Yep.
But the idea that it got so intense to the point that he doesn't even speak.
Right, because even that is, creating noise, right, which he doesn't want to do, and then that becomes an absolutely identifying characteristic, right, especially once he becomes a pro hero and everything.
Right.
And so then, then even when he tries to, he cannot.
Yeah. So do you feel like there's a point that's being made that he obviously is feeling resistance to change because of the trust put in him being a certain way. But the act of resisting that and pushing against it isn't impossible.
Yeah.
It's just that it's probably so fucking difficult.
Well, I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
And this could theoretically be different than your perspective,
Sure.
viewers, but also theoretically different from what the show is intending to put out there. But I think the conversation with the wife sums it up very nicely.
Yeah.
She realized that she wanted to change, and so she did.
Yeah.
He does not actually want to change.
Right.
Right? And there are a litany of reasons for that.
Yes.
Some of them personal, some of them the trust value of the people that, know of him and all that stuff.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
But he could have just written a fucking letter to his daughter. And he didn't, right? Because at the end of the day, he did not want to.
Yeah.
Right? The reasons for why he didn't want to, or why he didn't think it would go over well, or whatever, maybe the wife said something to him, any number of things, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he does not want to change. He wants to stay in his world where, the way that I will get to know, the way I will get to know my daughter is by stalking her. And even after there's the whole, at the beginning with the, this bunny person is clearly harassing my daughter, I'll go, kill them or whatever. But even after the, no, you're a creep, get away, there isn't the I was doing that wrong. Okay, let's change tactics. It's,
Right.
Nope, this is what I know.
Yeah, there's something to be said for the way in which he says he doesn't understand emotions. And I think it goes into some very cool real world parallels where you've got people that themselves have some areas with regards to their mental health,
Sure.
or even with regards to their culture, the way they were raised, childhood trauma,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff that could, be very good to get therapy for. Obviously not a simple cure-all and not even necessarily a cure, just a thing of you then being able to understand yourself and have some level of agency with yourself.
Right, be better equipped.
Yeah, exactly. This is one that I feel like is going to be very relatable to a lot of people because the act of speaking, being vulnerable, communicating, opening up, in some ways reveals everything that you've got internally. Not necessarily all at once, but the act of speaking reveals the internal, and his internal has been so completely fucked by everything that went on after he came out of his family situation.
Right.
And so how would he connect with people? I feel like that's something that's really scary, is that if you're a person that's found a good system to where you don't really need to change anything, you can think of it as I am not actively in a horrific situation that's debilitating and ruining my life in any way. I can find equilibrium.
Right, I am not being forced to change.
Right.
Yeah.
There are going to be times, though, where you will inevitably, and I mean inevitably be forced to change.
Right.
And that is a very cruel aspect about the world, in that it doesn't really care about you, but also that's part of growing up.
Right.
And I think it's kind of meta in a fun way that he wanted to be the coolest assassin, so he named himself Ghostblade, which feels very like, I'm a teenager and I don't fit with
He
society.
doesn't
and
talk
what
with
have you.
anybody, so he doesn't have anybody to tell him that's edgy and,
Well, not even that. Just the idea that like that was his original desire back then, and that never changed.
Right.
Because he never changed.
Yeah.
So there was a point where he was changing, and at some point, the change basically led him to this place.
Right.
And now he's stayed here because changing anymore is scary, like really scary.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And
like,
so it's something that probably is like a really fun dialogue and discussion when you hear someone say, oh, so I changed myself because I wanted to. And it's the like, well, that would be fucking nice. Like, and yet it's like, it's gray. Like it's actually like, yeah, you can do that. Like,
right. What probably happened, if I were to read between the lines and stuff here,
Yeah.
right? I love the small amounts that we get to see of the
Yes.
wife, and how like her existence is like almost like alien in and of itself, to the point like she was so completely unfazed by the fact that someone was threatening to kill her, didn't even acknowledge it. And so it's the
held the phone the same way the whole time through every scene.
Yeah, exactly, right? You were able to get married and she never, spoke a word, right? Like that's something where there was someone very similar to him in that regard, right?
Yeah.
And so awesome, you were able to actually have a connection without needing to change. But oh hey, then suddenly there's a baby, right? And I love that that's the thing that fucks everything up, right? Because then it's for her, she realizes, well, the baby is not negotiable for me, right? And so I need to change, right?
I mean, it was probably scary.
Oh,
initially.
absolutely. Oh, yeah.
I'll bet there was a point where she definitely thought about, well, maybe I don't have to have a baby.
Oh, sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if, because of the dynamic that they had established, it's as I'm changing, I'm not going to really bring this up to him much. I'll see if it actually happens. If I don't manage to change, okay.
Maybe. Well, we found that actually when she did bring this stuff up and talked about specifically the family things there, rather than freaking out saying, I'm scared, don't do that, don't talk to me about that, he just covers his ears.
Right. Like, again, and
it's sad.
Yes, he's having like a full meltdown, panic attack, right?
Yeah.
But they do have a method of communicating, right?
Yeah,
she texted, I do, right? So it's not like one of those like, there's a language barrier equivalent. They cannot. No, they can communicate fine.
Yep.
Right? They don't.
Right.
Because that's the defining characteristic of their dynamic, right?
Right. And I love the idea that he brought up the idea that there was like a silent, unspoken acceptance as why romance works, basically. And it's in silent mutual understanding.
No sweet nothings, yeah.
Yeah, that's like such a great half-truth. The idea that if you understand that a person is for you, right, you don't explicitly need to then have it be like reminded to you over and over and over again that they love you. But it's a very slippery slope to go on they know this, so I don't need to communicate it as much.
Right, because most people are very different from machines. And so, the fact that in this guy's case, he is actually pretty close to a machine, right? He knows and he knows, and that's it, and there's nothing else to it, right?
Yep.
I looked at her silently and didn't say I love you, but nodded, and and that's enough, right? She knew it then, and so she'll still know it 20 years from now.
Yeah, and the idea that they probably did have lots of types of communication in that regard all throughout this, because daughter grew up, like she's 18 now,
right?
Like she's a woman. All throughout that time, there were opportunities for him to initiate contact with her, the wife at the very least, and he either doesn't because he doesn't understand why that would be important, which is sad in a lot of ways. This is just a very clear example of someone who needs a form of medication, basically, because this is debilitating and he doesn't realize it.
Right, because he hasn't been socialized because he never speaks to anybody. Like all of those things that we learn from interacting with other people, he kind of wouldn't really get that because while they might speak at him or something, he is not really interacting with them, right? There is no back and forth.
That's just so sad because it's basically like someone being stuck at a certain age and I can absolutely pity and empathize with someone like that, but it is a very clear kind of gray area of where, after a point, someone's agency, you have to kind of let them make their own mistakes and decisions.
Right.
And you can't jump in and force them to be rescued by your prescription.
Exactly.
Basically.
Understanding does not mean engaging, right?
That's true.
Like, and the situation that he came from, I absolutely sympathize with why you would not necessarily want to talk a lot, right?
Yeah.
And that sucks that then you got predated upon by a hero organization who's like, now we're going to turn you into a murdering assassin.
Right. Because you'll
do that.
You'll just do whatever we need you to do.
Right. And you won't talk about it to anybody.
I love how simple the characterization was for him, and that it actually encompasses all of these things that could go under the umbrella of who he is as a hero.
Because, like, can you imagine? Okay,
yeah,
and maybe this is like a silly thought bubble.
Yeah,
or
go
whatever.
for it.
But like, imagine you have the hero that doesn't say a word.
Right.
And that's part of their identity. They could still have a ripping social media account.
Oh,
Like it could be oh shit. Well, they clearly never speak because, they're too cool, they're too aloof, or they,
Well, he did. That's the point.
Right.
Yeah, he had a rich vocabulary and he had the capacity to speak on such things that he knew would elicit positive reactions from people.
Right.
But once you needed more depth in things, he kind of came up short.
Right.
And that's I'd say another just really tough truth to accept as you grow up, is that while you can realize in a lot of ways that your way that you interact with the world is divided from reality and the truth and what have you. And thus you can't ever truly connect, understand, or fully meld with another person. There's going to be sides of them that they're going to sequester. There's going to be sides of them that they protect themselves with. That's okay, though. It's not immediately that it's all masking or what have you. It's that relationships ebb and flow and life is chaos and change. So if you yourself are a lighthouse in the ocean, with a deep island beneath you, hey, you'll stand strong. You won't move. You'll be fine. But the world will change around you.
Masking is important because it's effectively putting one of those converter attachments onto something.
Sure.
Right? Like doesn't mean you need to change fundamentally as a person.
No.
But you need to be able to meet them where they're at, right?
Yeah.
And
or at least listen.
Right. And you had the serendipitous miracle that there happened to be someone that was right about where you're at.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy.
And they were there for a long time. And you guys found each other.
Yeah.
Like
all of that is
all of
absolutely
these impossibilities,
completely ridiculous.
And you weren't able to protect it. When it was in jeopardy, you weren't able to budge. You weren't able to, be like, okay, if she had the whole thing of the kid is a necessity, and so therefore I need to change, right? I would not have changed until now, and now I need to change.
Sure.
She wasn't a necessity. And so, okay, you got what you wanted.
Right.
Right? Kinda, but yeah. And so there's this part of me that wonders if that whole thing of him saying, I don't understand emotions, right? Or I don't really have them. Is that actually something that he has, or is it something where it's very difficult, but because he identified with it, because that was something that helped him understand himself, then once he actually starts to have feelings, because that's what that was. You didn't, try and speak and...
No, he has feelings. It's a thing of where he doesn't have he's aware of his own limitations in this regard because he's closed himself off. So he doesn't actually have experience enough with them.
Yeah.
He has the capacity to, potentially. But no one can know for sure that they do not have any complete, like, at all understanding of emotions. He's probably just aware that they're getting something that I'm not right now.
Oh yeah.
That's all I would say. We can know for sure about that. But yeah, the Flashpoint aspects of this episode, though, giving us the alternate perspective on things, is really fun.
Yep.
But I really love the reveal that he was the stalker all along. It fits perfectly. I also really like this as a part 2 to the previous arc.
Yeah.
Because in a lot of ways, I've been feeling like some of the arcs have gone through a little bit quickly. And they're shoving a whole bunch of stuff in there, whereas this one feels like it's taking its time.
Well, because the arc was very quiet.
The arc was very quiet, yeah, but also just that we'll now probably have at least another episode of maybe something to do with what's going on with the ship. Maybe.
Yeah, like I
It
could
doesn't
totally,
have to be.
if we get that, awesome. I would love to see inside that alien ship. That being said, go inside the alien ship that crash landed does feel like one of those like pivotal,
Yeah, we're no
moments
longer
with a
doing
capital
origin
M
stories
that's
anymore.
That's
yeah.
like, and now we wind back because that's when we progress.
Right. But crazy. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See anything that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.